Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down, Bortles. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 33. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
The numbers for Crowell in last week's game: 16 carries, 53 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. So the D-line's going to spread out. On third and long, it's Bortles going underneath for Crowell. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Ross on the return. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Carolina getting set to take the field. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Oh, and now he bowls him over. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness. puts it all together, it makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Back to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
All right, here we go. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Leopard! Leopard!
They'll drop to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. From the gun, it's Bortles. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter. On play action, now Bortles. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. On second down, here's Crowell. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw is Bortles. Looking left side, that's caught by Macklin. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get.
Touchdown, Carolina! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They needed 17, and they got 18. A defensive lapse there, and it's a first down. Back to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. He'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His second. Wants to try to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On second down, here's Bortles. It's caught by Crowell. And he loses the football the second time. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he's got Rome. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 46. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Throwing on first down is Bortles. A little dump off for Crowell. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From midfield, here's Bortles. Over the middle, complete. That's Warner. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Bortles maybe with a free play. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Caught right side, Gresham. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Bortles to throw on second down. And he's got some space here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Bortles now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Bortles now on 3rd and goal. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. And the kick by Elliott is good. So now you folks don't know what you're missing. Missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. Returning it, John Ross. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Let's go. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, look at 56. Look at
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's letting it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Open man has got it. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Again, it's Crowell. He gets away from one, and he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. They begin with a run by Crowell. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know.
After reviewing the call, the line on the field is reversed.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Throwing now is Bortles. Going underneath for Crowell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Now Bortles to try again after the pick six. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Bortles going to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Bortles now on first down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jeremy Macklin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Let's go. Philly, here we go. Detroit.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Looking to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by one more. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like they're...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he knocks it through. Lutz now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 29. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Bortles will try again on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm.
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to...
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they're able to up the lead by one more. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he owns the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now Bortles got his man complete over the middle. It's Warner. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
A very solid gain of 27. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. And this is caught, Jeremy Maclin. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jeremy Maclin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. A good pickup there at 22. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now it looks like he'll throw here. His throw incomplete.
give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Now let's go. Back to Philly. Here we go. Detroit.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th. But they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
A little dump off for Crowell. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. To throw, it's Bortles. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Bortles maybe with a free play. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Again, they'll throw with Bortles. And this is caught. Jeremy Maclin. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Throwing is Bortles. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's Bortles to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now Bortles, gotta have this one. Now a desperation throw deep down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Bortles now to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And got his man complete. The 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But in